You just died. Well, not really. To be honest, I just wanted to get your attention. Did it work? Aye, sweet. Anyways, here's some shower thoughts, I guess. Hi again. It's me. Just like a lot of other people, you're probably surfing the internet right now, looking for weird thoughts to have. So let me join you. Here are 10 minutes of shower thoughts. Have you ever just sat down and wondered, if there really are infinite universes, does that mean that there's a universe where you have a girlfriend? Probably not. But not because you're incapable of getting a girlfriend, but because if there really are infinite universes, there would be a universe where there isn't infinite universes. There would also be a universe where a person would come over and eat you in 3 seconds. Did it happen? Hopefully not, but if it did, sorry I guess? Anyways, talking about all this might have made you hungry. Speaking of which, if 2 people drop a piece of bread on opposite sides of the planet at the same time, does the earth then become a sandwich? This is a tough question, because it depends on what you mean by a sandwich. For example, is a hot dog a sandwich? And if it is a taco then a hot dog? But all things considered, you probably don't care about a taco being a hot dog or a hot dog being a sandwich. You just want to hear some shower thoughts. So I'm just gonna go through a bunch now. You know, the saying, go to bed, you'll feel better in the morning, is kinda like the human version of, did you turn it off and turn it back on again? Also, have you ever just considered that plants are really just farming us, giving us oxygen until we eventually die and turn into soil? You know, society is kinda weird. Like, why do lawyers hope I get sued, cops hope I get arrested, and mechanics hope I have car trouble? But it's only a robber that wishes I have money. Isn't it kinda strange that, as a kid, my parents always told me not to believe everything I see on TV, but now I have to tell them not to believe everything I see on Facebook? If you think about it, why is it that tall people are expected to use their reach to help shorter people, but if a tall person asks a short person to hand them something they dropped on the floor, it'd be insulting? Do not touch would probably be a really scary thing to read in Braille. Meeting an attractive person with a bad personality is pretty much the human version of clickbait. If you think about it, nothing is really ever on fire. It's just fire being on things. Most people probably use their driver's license to buy stuff that makes them worse at driving. Isn't it kind of funny that if a serial killer is running after you, you're both literally running for your life? Okay, stop the music. How have you not clicked the red button? It's literally a red button. Just click it, bro. Please, man. Nah, but for real though, just click the button. Anyways, onwards with the video. An unlimited minutes per month phone plan really only gives you 44,640 minutes per month, which is a pretty good business plan if you think about it. Speaking of which, isn't it weird how cigarette companies are killing their best customers and condom companies are killing their future ones? But there are a lot of things that go into a successful company, For example, their slogan. Speaking of, don't kid yourself, would probably be really bad for an abortion clinic. Yup, I'm definitely getting cancelled for that one. Serious question. If I punch myself in the face and it hurts, does that make me weak or strong? You know, the older you get also correlates to how long a life sentence would be for you. Another question. If I break a jigsaw puzzle, did I break the puzzle or did I just make the puzzle harder? But there are some ways to break things. For example with a nuke. Speaking of which, there is a specific distance from where a nuke was dropped where all supermarket pizzas would be cooked to perfection. You know, the year is 2023, and I'm all for feminism, but the sentence, don't objectify women, has women as the object of the sentence. If life is a story, and everyone is their own main character, then the writer must be really depressed, because in every single one of those stories, the main character ends up dying. On a kind of similar note, cannibalism can solve both the issues of overpopulation and world hunger at the same time. On a more sad note, a selfie taken by an orphan is technically also a family photo. Did you know that lemons aren't naturally occurring? They are made by crossbreeding a bitter orange with a citron, which means life never really gives you lemons. You just make them yourself. Speaking of fruit, if tomatoes are fruit, then wouldn't ketchup be a jam? Anyways, we all know that tomatoes and fruits are a part of a healthy diet, and you probably need a healthy diet to become a bodybuilder. But if you think about it, aren't the only true bodybuilders our moms? You probably thought that I don't know how to spell moms, didn't you? But in reality, I just wanted a cool segue. Making a typo in an online argument is kinda like the equivalent of voice cracking in a verbal argument. Heat, pressure and time are the three things that make a diamond. They also make waffles. Hospitals are pretty interesting. You can find people having the best day of their life, the worst day of their life, the first day of their life, and the last day of their life, all under one roof. But to be a doctor, you have to study a bunch. While on the subject, someone studying atoms is just a bunch of atoms trying to understand themselves. We often say that fire and water are opposites, but we never really say that fireflies and waterfalls are opposites. The asteroid that ended the dinosaurs was technically the highest ratio of killing birds to one stone in history. Even when a balloon is half inflated, it's completely full. Another thing that's usually completely full is my favorite coffee shop. Speaking of, isn't it weird how coffee makes you hyper, but coffee shops are designed for people to chill? Whereas alcohol is a depressant, but bars and clubs are designed for people to be energetic. If a morgue worker dies, they still need to come into work one more time. If you buy a bigger bed, you're left with more bedroom, but less bedroom. Why are deliveries on a ship called cargo, but if it's in a car, it's called a shipment? Isn't it kind of funny that the person who proofread Hitler's speeches was an actual grammar Nazi? Why do we call it taking a dump when we're actually leaving one? Alright guys, we're at the end of the video now. Just so you know, I'm gonna become the best YouTuber in the world. So just remember to watch my videos. They're just gonna keep on getting better and stuff like that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching and all that stuff. But I'm just gonna leave you with one final shower thought.
You like jazz?